We heard this morning on the panel that post-Brexit, sustainability is not a voluntary activity. This is not an agenda that's going to go away. I think Tony Juniper fantastically summed that up. This is about business as usual for the future, whether you're in cocoa, whether you're in aluminium, whether you're in consumer goods, whether you're in the food business. If you are not paying attention to the sustainability agenda, you will not be in business in 25 years' time. I think there are a couple of big opportunities that we didn't get to discuss this morning. One is around tax, actually, particularly around areas like energy efficiency. At the moment, the UK does not have the ability to set its own variable tax in terms of energy efficiency. So for at the moment, you're still paying a 20% VAT on energy efficiency products. Whereas if you're actually doing it yourself, you pay 5%. So there's no incentive for you to purchase energy efficient products when there's another 15% premium. So we've got an opportunity to vary our tax. Similarly, in terms of company car tax, we've got much greater freedom, I believe, under Brexit or post-Brexit to set incentives and indeed penalties where people are actually choosing to drive diesel vehicles in low congestion zones, for instance, or whether or not it's through company car tax. So tax is a big issue. I think the other thing that is a bit more structural is the European Union has a system of state aid rules, which I can understand why they were put into place. They were to stop unfair advantage being taken by individual nations by supporting their champions in manufacturing and so on. Unfortunately, I think they've been somewhat skewed, and it's now become a bit of a bureaucratic barrier to actually doing business. So I think the opportunity outside of Brexit to vary and perhaps eliminate in some cases some of those state aid rules is going to be a good thing. I think the main threat is that we are so intimately, literally physically configured with Europe in terms of interconnectors. All of the policy that we have worked very hard to support. There aren't very many policies actually that the UK have been anything other than been wholly supportive of. So I think it's really important that we remain within the energy union, because that provides the framework for setting a decarbonised agenda. I think personally that that's one of the things that we will do. It's one of the, dare I say, easier things of Brexit to negotiate, because we are so physically and in terms of policy well configured. So I think it's not without its threats, but I think we should be reasonably optimistic.